Welcome everyone. Today we have the patch review for November 21st for Dota Underlords. The update in which Knights is day. So the Knights are getting buffed definitely, and I had a quick look at the overall buffing of stats. Knights are getting pretty decent. So firstly, lots of general fix for UI and for the mobile, which is very good. Second to that, a big introduction is the duels will now have a team play with ranked. Yes, not only you can play team with ranked with a friend and queue up for ranked matches, and after 3 games you can even rename your team. On top of that, you can go into casual duels with a teammate, which is a bot. The bot can request units from you and also try to complete their alliance. This is pretty interesting. Allow friends who have a friend missing or who needs to find someone, you can use a bot for the casual duels to practice as well. Now, follow to that, there are quite a bit of changes with the Underlords. Firstly, the HP changes. NS6 got an HP buff by the looks of it, but the downside is her main source of damage, the Archer, got a damage nerf. Quite a large damage nerf. So on top of her skills being stable, her damage with Archer is actually really high. Now with this change, this is pretty much what you want to think about. It's like 40%, so 50 to 30 damage is 40% damage reduction, and here again 40% damage reduction, 24 damage minus. So I think it's 40% damage reduction overall for the entire board. That's pretty huge. So that would take about 80% of NX's damage down to about 60% at least. Followed by that, Hogan got a buff. So I saw a lot of Reddit guys saying this is the Hogan week again. Last week was the NS6 week. So Hogan, not only he had the buff in terms of his maximum HP, so you notice that initially he starts with low HP, then quick ramps up quickly, and that's pretty big. And after it ramps up, Hogan's damage goes up by quite a lot. Hogan got how should I say it? More than 40% damage buff, maximum and minimum damage buff. On top of that, Fire Break is changed to 40%, so it's not that big of a nerf, but the Hot Rod attack speed increased to 15. That's a 50% attack speed bonus. So with damage and Hot Rod, we can build Hogan into a Berserker. And you also have the melting armor reduced from 0.5 to 1. This is a 100% buff. So NS6 got a 40% damage nerf with Archer. Hogan got her overall buff. So let's try some Hogan today. Lots and lots of hero change this time. So to go through most of them, they had a slight decrease to the tier 2 HP. So and the Anti-Mage reduced the tier 2 HP, the 2-star HP, and so is Bounty Hunter. All the Knights got a buff except the Dragon Knight, I feel. Chaos Knight with lower mana pool means he casts faster, more damage, and higher stun duration. Dragon Knight on the other side is having a reduction to damage overall. 50 on the level 1, 100 level 2, and 100 level 3. You really get to level 3 Dragon Knight. So the biggest nerf is Dragon Knight's damage. It's quite a bit when you run Dragons and Mages. Void got a slight nerf, and Juggernaut got a big buff. I really like the buff to the Juggernaut, because I feel it is a very weak tier 3 unit if you compare to everything else. And this buff makes him more viable as a warrior and as a brute. Sorry, as a brownie. Yeah, he also goes with brutes if you're running the axe and brutes. Talking about brutes, there's another brute coming, guys. We'll get to him. Legion Commander got a nerf to her overall stats. I want to look at this, but I already looked at the bottom, so they changed the Legion Alliance. Initially, I saw the good part with change of Legion Alliance. Then I saw this, I was kind of okay. But if you glance at this at the first look, you're like, what have they done to Legion, right? So what they have done is they lowered her overall stats by quite a bit, but if we quickly skip everything, go to the Legion Champion Alliance, you can see that Champion now grants 10% bonus damage and maximum health per alliance affecting the Champion. So how you want to think about it is, usually if you run Legion Commander, you have at least 3 Champion Alliance or 2 Champion Alliance. Demon's the easy one, you can have Warlock, you can have Heartless, anything that affects the Champion. So you can have at least 3 or 4 Champion Alliance. If it's 3 alliance, we're looking at an increase of HP, increase of damage overall, but the armor is the weaker part. So I think if we still get a Helm of the Undying on the Legion, and with this buff, she gets a higher damage and high HP. I want to see if we can make Legion work with brownies, because Brownie increased HP. If she also amplified the HP, maybe we can see a 20k HP Legion. This is interesting. I can also get, 9 or 10 alliance and get 100% increase of Legion's damage and HP. But the downside is those might not be the best alliance, because they will be the lower tier alliance, like 2 Savages, 2 Warlocks, 2 Heartless, those are the weaker ones. Now, after that, we have the buff to Luna. Again, this is a buff to the Knights, notice that. Luna got an overall damage increase, so I really want to try the Knights now, actually. Hungry Knights, maybe. Morphling. Now, Morphling's stats was buffed. When I saw this, I was like, oh no, what are you doing to Morphling? He didn't go to tier 4, his damage got reduced by quite a bit. So, his damage was halved for tier 1 and tier 2. That's a lot of damage reduction. So even at tier 2 now, he does less damage than the tier 1, which is 175 compared to 200. The good thing is he does cast a little faster because he has less mana requirement. But that's not the biggest factor. Morphling always gets to cast 1 or twice. Biggest factor is you still stay the same damage at tier 3, so you really want the tier 3 Morphling, but it's very costly because he's a tier 3. It's a 3 cost Morphling. So with that, it is a nerf to Morphling and the mages for Parmeldos especially. But I think Morphling is still good enough to use. It's just, I don't know what they were looking at. Probably not the best idea to put Morphling as mages, to be honest. But now they did it, they want to nerf it to the core, so you don't force mages all the time. Next Assassin. Maximum health, the same thing as usual. The tier 2 or the 2-star Next Assassin is changed, not everything else. Ogre Major is a big one. Ogre Major is not a brute and also a Blood Bomb Mage. So Ogre was S tier before, now he's like extending to double S tier for me now. Brutes is so strong early game if you get 4 of them. And also with the Mage with Ogre, Ogre can do a lot now. And also the Bloodlust is super strong. You can even go the Bloodbound Brutes, which will be interesting. We talk about the Knights being buffed. Only Knight has lower mana, more HP, on top of that, lower cooldown, and lower mana cost. So they just didn't buff his healing, but everything else is buffed. So definitely another buff to the Knights. And if you look at most of the other units, their 2-star ratio is reduced. But for Pudge especially, I'm wondering why they didn't change the Pudge 2-star ratio. He's still on 5000 HP. It's not the 3-star Pudge we're scared of, guys. When they get to 3-star, we just accept it. It's the 2-star Pudge we're scared of. They didn't change that. Which, the Queen of Vain got a change to that. And Sand King got a buff with the Chaotic Finale, I believe. So before Chaotic Finale will take a few seconds before it goes off to do damage AoE. Now every attack he will trigger the Chaotic Finale on the unit, which explodes onto everybody else. Small buff to Sand King. He's a really good unit just for his style, actually. Shadowfing. Remember the nerf to Shadowfing back then? The projectile range was changed and everyone's like, he's not that great now. They got it back. But what they didn't fix, or what I'm concerned is, Shadowfing silences himself being a demon. I'm not sure if it's a coding or something, but during Shadowfing, when he casts for 2 seconds, his coding silences himself like half of the time, and that's terrible. 2 seconds of damage wasted, no casting, no heal from Warlock, and it's not good. Unless they fix that, I think Shadowfing is still in the, no spot area for him. Previously, he was a great mage, if you get Shadowfing and Disruptor. Slug got overall nerf. If you look at his tier 2 stats, because usually people like Slug with tier 2, on top of that, Slug is nerfed pretty interestingly. I won't say it's a massive nerf to Slug, but now if Slug is fighting someone 1vs1, he's no longer gaining the advantage as he reduced the attack speed and damage. Slug still gain the additional attack and damage, especially the attack speed. That's how he becomes super strong, but he does not reduce the enemies. So if he's hitting a 3-star, likely he can't deal with them that easily. It's okay, but I mean, it's just people don't have way to deal with Slug sometimes, and now this makes the Slug a little weaker. Templar Assassin, again the tier 2 or the 2-star ratio is reduced. So lose a bit of HP. Waver was a little buggy, so Waver was too elusive. Not the biggest change. Waver as a elusive only rounds in Assassins. No one really rounds 6 elusives, so they have to fix that. Alliance change. Oh my. So the Heartless and Warriors were still too strong for their meta. And to do so, they keep nerfing them. They're like, oh, you like 2 Heartless? Hey, let us make 2 Heartless a little weaker for you. Do you like 6 Warriors? Let's make this a little weaker. I don't mind that, and I think they were a little stronger, but what I was really hoping is they can buff the other alliance. Maybe the underplayed alliance, like the demons, like the elusives, buff them a little bit. They were looking at reducing the power of the strong meta ones and hoping people play the other ones, but there's an innate problem with the other ones. The elusives just don't have a tank, no Treant Protector, you know, nothing there to tank them, to soak the damage in the front line. Anti-mage is not there anymore, even him was good before, so that was a problem with elusive. With insects, spider spawn rate before it was every few seconds it just swarms you and you can't kill fast enough. Now it takes the 2 seconds to spawn the initial 12, so you don't get the spiders right away. This is definitely a nerf to the insects, and I have to say I don't know how strong the nerf is, but definitely a nerf to the insect assassins. And now the only people that plays insects and elusives are assassins. Hunters rarely play elusives, but when they do, it's not a major patch. And we did spoke about the champion alliance, big changes. I believe this would make people try to play champions more. I just wish they didn't nerf Legion Commander. They were so worried about the balance issues that they nerfed her before we even had any fun with her. Just give her the normal stats, she's not very high, I'll show you guys. And we'll talk about the Primordial first. The Primordial changes, so it's just for tier 3. Tier 3 Primordial no longer have the additional 5 armor. I think that's absolutely fine. Primordials are very strong. They have double HP, more damage, and more damage with Enigma, so absolutely fine with Primordial mages. What I want to show you guys is the Legion Commander. Look how weak she is now. She was not that strong back then. But if you look at her base stats, if I go here, if you look at her DPS, it's 163 for a 3-star unit. If you look at Juggernaut next to her, Juggernaut literally does more than double of her DPS. So the Juggernaut stats is ridiculous higher. And for Legion to double her stats, she needs to have 10 alliance ready. Juggernaut don't even need that, he's just naturally strong. And if you think about this way, then they're kind of like worried she will get out of hand, but in my opinion, let her get out of hand a little bit, let us have some fun, then probably bring her back down to earth. That'll be good. Let's try the flex out.
Smart choice.
Wait, didn't I begin match with... So, let's go with Savage. Bristle. Give one. Next Savage we can have is Enchant. Let's give one of that. So, let's start with... Let's go with Human. Okay, I'm Dragonite. He's a pretty simple human. Now we have Scaled. So I'm trying to build as many of... how do I sell this? So I'm trying to build as many alliances with Legion as possible. Let's give one. Now, we have 1, 2, 3, 5 units for now. Let's go with Warlock. What's a good Warlock? Shadow Thing is a great Warlock, actually. This will give a Demon too. Now, what's another good Warlock? Wish Doctor is not bad, so let's give him that. Now on the Troll. Dark Trapper is there. So, if we get the Shadow Shaman, it's not bad. After that, we want another Shaman, and we want a Brute. Brute and Shaman? Let's go Magnus. How many units do I have? 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm getting close. And we're gonna finish it off with Ogre. One more, guys. I'm gonna make one more first. So we're gonna go call it the big time contract. I don't have to give the Legion, right? Yeah, there you go. So I have made 10 alliance for now. Scaled. Yeah, I'm missing Scaled, right? But I'm full of units. What will be a good Scaled? Oh, I should get a spin down if I could. So, Scaled instead of contract. I mean, the brutes are not bad though. If I get the spin down, I can get knights too. That's a good way to do this. Why do I have the bristle? I don't need the bristle, right? So let's get the spin down. Perfect. Not for having dragons. This is why we kind of want those dragons. So you have the scaled and dragon lines. So I made it 11. Is that the most we can make it? Is that the most we can make it? Let me try to think. Yeah, Shadowfin give us Demon, Troll give us 12 Warlock and Shadowfin. Magnus give us Shaman. Enchantress can give us... What does Enchantress give us? Nothing, right? So we take out Enchantress for now. We don't even lose anything, so we can add one more. Like instead of Enchantress, we already have the Human Star. Oh, what is great here? It doesn't have additional alliance. We can just add it as a human. And go fight it against someone? Let's see. I'm trying to think. Well, the good thing is, having only 9 units, I have 11 alliance. So, what's a single alliance that's really good? Alliance? Anti-mage? Oh, primordials. Nah, we stuck on those for now. Unless I make a major change, but everyone here has 2 alliance linked, I believe. Except the Sven. Yeah, Sven is only scaled. And Sven is just scaled at night. So. Oh, why don't I just have another Legion? This time we're going to give a 3-star Legion. Okay. Let's give this a try. So. We're gonna copy the board and we're gonna... How do I fight? Proceed to battle. Well, Legion does have 8k damage. What's the patch? Hey, there are quite a bit of changes actually. So let's spawn a few enemies for an enemy. Let's go Roshan. Okay, now let's give it a try. With Legion and versus Roshan. I can't beat Roshan. If I look at the Legion here, she does have a bunch of increased stats. Let's try again. I want to see her stats. So we're gonna start. Her stats plus 200 here. I want to see what happens if this Ogre dies. Oh, Sven also buffs the Legion too. With the death of Ogre, Legion should get more buff. Just put Enigma 3 star, I know, right? Okay, you know what? I have a great idea. So. You know what I'm gonna do, guys? Okay, too much. Wait, no, not those. I knew I was gonna play with freestyle one day. The day's today. Let's go. The day's today, guys. Right? For the Ogre Magi. Oh gosh. I need to block the Legion. All the range units can stay here and block the Legion. Are we ready, guys? Okay, I'm making a 3-star Magnus. Yeah, put the water block Legion. Oh, that's a great idea, actually. Now we'll lose 2 spots on the wall. So, okay. We're ready? Proceed to battle! Okay, we're looking at the damage here. Wait, why isn't he getting that? Oh, it's randomized. Oh gosh, so many ogres. Oh no, we're actually winning. Don't win, guys. Wait, Legion's getting in there? Time to get large. Wait, Verd. She's not getting the damage. What? Okay, that's oh my gosh. Is he a damage? 40. She got. If you guys looked closely on the damage, we could try it again. So the damage she went to. How much damage did she got? She went for 16k damage, Legion. So what I want to do again this time is I need more strong enemies. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get them Chore. Actually, go to get them Chores. No, Chores is not good. Let's go with the Beast. Beast also cleaves. Let's give them the Beast. So one at each side. Well, most this is Blast. This is freestyle. With freestyle, you can do a lot of things. So we have Sven. Let's 2-star Sven. So 1-star Sven is fine. Now Legion does have the contract. I don't think I need the contract on the Legion run. Let's see how much damage we do this time. Sven ulti will give us Legion more damage. So, oh, sorry guys, I had the so let's look at Legion on the summary board here. Gosh, she's dueling the Year Beast and she's winning. Wait, is she doing more damage? Not that much. What happened to his? Oh, she was not gaining damage from the Bloodbound contract. If you look at that, she actually lost this one. That's a big sword. Let's try it again. So let's give her back the Bloodbound contract. And let's have a 3-star spin, maybe. I knew I was going to play with it one day. Yeah. Notice what we want to see is the Legion will get more damage when she casts her Bloodbound. How do I stop? Oh, why do I have a baby Legion here? I don't need baby Legion, right? Almost have her bodies off screen, I know, right? I need to like fully stack her. I need to stop her from moving. This will do, right? Okay, one more try, guys. Maybe she's already Bloodbound, I'm not sure. Oh gosh, the cleave. Wait, I didn't see her damage. It's not going higher. It's only 18k right now. Oh, the other ogres are taking the damage, that's why. Okay, 14k. This is the highest we achieved. She died. It was not enough. And yeah, why do we have a bunch of random units, you might be asking? Because we had a bunch of random units. This way, when Legion gets her multiplier, she gets those multipliers as well, instead of just the ogre basic multiplier. And what else can we do? How do we make ourselves a little stronger? I just have to make sure the Legion doesn't die. So let's do this one more time. I'm gonna get all the 3 stars. Let's get a 3-star Viper. Let's get a 3-star Dragon Knight. I'm gonna lock the Legion in like triple 3 stars. Let's get a 3-star Witch Doctor. Now I heard. Oh, wait, it's not typing. Why isn't it typing? Keyboard problem? What? It doesn't let me type? Okay, now it types. What I've heard is this gives Legion a little more. Let's go with a 3-star Shadow Fiend to block at the front. So, Shadow Fiend. Now, what I miss? Okay, this looks fine. So, if we're put to someone else, I think Legion is the only one that repeats with the Bloodbound contract, which is pretty big. Now, what we're going to look at is on this side, on the left hand side, guys, we can see Legion's damage currently on 204. So we want to see the whole damage multiplier by the damage DPS and damage. Ready? And this time the dragons kind of blocks him in, so Magnus is forced to buff Legion. Magnus? He buff Legion? Legion? 5,000? 14, yeah. This is the highest we achieved. 1-4. Oh, she got lower damage because what happened? I'm not sure. But yeah, we achieved, well, 14k. 14k plus Legion damage with this one. Well played, well played. What a little bonus to a patch review. Next time with each of the patch review we'll have Underlord, we'll try to make something fun with the freestyle as a little bonus for a little patch review. Not bad, not bad. So I think I'll leave it here. And if you guys want the code, I will copy the board code. I have this code ready for you guys onto YouTube. So this way, for friends who want the code, I have it ready. And I'll post that onto the videos for you guys. Now, coming back to a summary for this patch, the duels ranking is very nice. So people who enjoy duel can now be rewarded with, progression with ranking. And I believe this also affects your existing ranking. So I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but up to Big Boss. So it should be a good thing because duels you have more control. On top of that, with the change of Underlords, we might see more Hagen. Lastly, the change of Knights means Knights are getting stronger. With the Brute of Ogre means Brutes are getting stronger. And also, the old Classic Alliance Heartless Warriors are a little weaker. I still am patiently waiting for a good Legion build, and maybe we can create one ourselves this time. Thank you so much for watching this patch review, guys. I'll try to bring more guides and more builds to come with Underlord with each update, and we'll have some fun with ranked games and vigorous games. Thank you everyone for your support.